vocal as usual. She likes to talk a little bit. She's the first pig to come to Furever Farm.
Wow, how long ago?
So she'd be about roughly 5 years old now. Yeah, so she came to us as a baby. She was, you know, that big. We actually found her being advertised on livestock pages on Facebook. So we contacted the lady and did some swift talking basically, because the only people that were going to pick Rosie up were people who wanted to fatten her up and kill her. She came from a petting zoo. They tried to tell us that we weren't rescuing her, but we were rescuing her, because basically in petting zoos they'll go around and they'll tell you that they're there to educate the public and they're there so people can experience the baby animals, but they're there for the money basically. And when an animal like Rosie gets to the size where it mightn't like being picked up, they just get rid of it. So Rosie was at that stage where she probably liked still being patted but didn't like being picked up. As you can see, she loves a kiss on the nose, it's always dirty. So she would have been about that big when we picked her up. She'd probably be about 350 to 400 kilo. They're very smart animals, very inquisitive animals. They like to be with you. They're very social animals. Oh, here we go. They're all getting up now.
Here's the family.
She's going for a walk. We feed them the top-notch diet, I guess. They like to eat fruit and veg. We give them a little bit of bread, not too much, because if you give them too much bread then it will pile on the weight. The misconception about pigs is, you know, the old saying, you're eating like a pig. So they're not huge eaters. They really aren't. They're much like a dog. They will continue eating if you keep putting it out there in front of them, but they generally don't need a lot. As you can see, the mud stains, that's one thing they do like. It insulates them and protects them from the sun. It's almost like a sunscreen to them. They do like their shelter. Yeah. Pigs, when it starts to rain, they don't particularly like rain, especially heavy rain, so they'll head for shelter or cover. Everyone kind of respects Rosie because she was the first one here. So I would say she is the boss of the paddock as far as the pigs are concerned, but it's not an authoritative boss, if you know what I mean. They just respect Rosie for who she is. Oh, hello. What's the matter? Did you want to get on camera as well? They will never toilet in their own shelter or where they lay. If you're going to have a paddock with pigs in it, it's basically a digging plant for the pigs. Yep. You know, you've got to let them have it.
There's the bath.
Pigs actually don't have great eyesight. A lot of people don't realise that. So a pig's nose is its greeting. It's almost like our handshake. If a pig's ever introduced to another pig through a fence or in the same paddock, they'll generally first touch noses, because that's how they sort out who's who, and that's their greeting.
Has she had babies?
She has. Rosie was...
Here?
Yeah, unfortunately. She was
really?
Inadvertently or knocked up by one of the pigs that we had separated. Yeah. She happened to be on heat, and yeah, they got together unfortunately, because one of the things we don't want to do here is bring more pigs into the world. This is one of Rosie's babies. Look, a little baby. The babies are around 4, something around that age. This is Albert, and this is one of Rosie's babies. He's a special case, so we call him Wobbles, and he's a beautiful, beautiful pig. When you get weather like this, they sometimes sleep outside at night, but some of them do like their beds and they'll come in during the day and night. There's Buddy.
Buddy doesn't like being disturbed?
No, he's a grumpy sleeper. He is a bed hog.
Yeah.
When Buddy's sleeping, you leave him alone. They're nice and comfortable, aren't you, Bubbas? Hey?
Oh, they're all very content.
Oh yeah, that was a big yawn. Hey?